Hey folks, welcome back to BATTLEMODE. It's Distant Worlds 2 time again. This is episode 5 of my Let's Play series of the preview version of Distant Worlds 2. Just remember that everything that you might see here is subject to change before now and release, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so my Explomination Dominion, maybe I should have called them that. The Dominion of Explomination has actually started to take in some new systems under its wing, right? We've got some mining stations now that are going up all over the place, and this is really starting to boost our economy. We've actually got quite a lot of cash, and our cash flow is still in the red. Now, we can have a quick look at this and try and figure out what's going on, right? So here's our annual expenses, which gives you, the sum total of which gives us the cash flow. And you will see that we are spending mostly in tribute, right? Like most of the money that we're paying is actually in tribute to the pirates. And I've had some advice that, you don't necessarily need to pay the pirates off immediately like you did in Distant Worlds. So what I want to do really is I'd like to keep some of the pirates as friends, because let's just go to the diplomacy screen and we'll go to the pirate relations. Now we've got there's a Tican authority here, and then we've got the Cool Skyjackers, which are a Xenox. Now both of these factions, they're not going to get on with us that well, so it's going to be difficult to get them to form a non-aggression pact with us. But if you can do it, there are some interesting options that open up with the pirates. You can actually kind of get them on side, and they'll help you. You can get military refueling with them, this kind of thing. So what I want to do is I want to pick and choose which one I'm going to go with, and we might find that a more suitable pirate faction turns up with which to do that. But I don't really want to be spending all this money, because look, we're spending 3,000 a year on our payment agreements. And basically we've that's if we weren't paying that, we'd be in the green, which means that we could actually drop our tax rate at Mortal and Prime even down even more. At the moment we've got a tax rate of 7. That's not too bad. That's giving us a growth rate of 2.9%. so we are growing, and we really want to grow our main planet as quickly as possible, because the main way that you make money, at least after a while, is through colony tax, right? I mean, it doesn't look like we're making much here compared to our bonus income. I mean, if you look at the bonus income we're making here, 22,000 is coming from shipbuilding, but this doesn't last forever. Okay, this is giving us a nice boost now, and as long as our empire keeps growing, yeah, we're gonna get more money, because the shipbuilding will include. Let's just go to maintenance. And this is the private sector maintenance, right? So this is what we're paying. This is what the private sector are paying out. So their money is split mostly between mining stations and freighters transporting things from those stations. They've also got they've got like 5 mining ships. They're not building that many mining ships because we basically built mining stations everywhere we need. I think that's what's going on there. But the private sector isn't spending that much money. And they are making an absolute packet. Look, this is how much private cash the private economy has got, and part of the reason is because I'm not taxing them that heavily, so they're free basically to. Where are we? Sorry. Do you know what? I've used this user interface so many times, and it just when it comes to recording, I can't do it. Right. Okay. So yeah, you'll see that they're making a hell of a lot of money. Look, like the private colony revenue is really high. They've got a huge amount of private cash, and they're pumping that back into new ships. What I want to do is try to control now the rate at which I get this bonus income, and the way that we go about that is by going into the ship designs, and we turn off the automatic redesign, the auto redesign. Partly there's a reason for this, right? I don't want to be. I'm okay for the moment with. Here we go, resources. So I'm okay for the moment with resources, but I only have, I don't have that many sources of some of the more difficult to get things. Caslon as well. We've still got a production shortage on this, so we need more Caslon. This is our main fuel. Yeah, but so what I'm saying is I don't want the private economy to be using these fancy ships with really expensive components, you know, resource-wise, until I've got more supplies of them. I'd rather stockpile it. And also, it enables me to kind of choose when I get this cash flow injection, rather than, you know, those guys spending all their money on these super expensive ships, you know, or you know, relatively expensive ships, and then me getting into a false sense of security, thinking I've got lots of cash. Okay, that said though, since we have got lots of cash, I think I'm going to start crash researching things, because I want to use the cash. And I think what I need to do now, I need to get better ships. So that means that we're going to have to go for this line here. So we're going to go for the construction line. So we want system patrol ships, which is going to give us a frigate. And these little escorts are okay, but if we want to take the pirates on, we're going to need some bigger ships. Bearing in mind also that the pirates, for lore-based reasons, which I'm not really sure if I can kind of talk about yet, yeah, I'm going to avoid it, because the NDA is still under place, and I can't remember whether I've learned this information from this or from the NDA, from the beta. So forgive me, but I won't go into the lore reasons why. But the pirates are higher tech than you at the moment, okay? And so you have to be a little bit careful when you're taking them on, because they just have better ships. However, we've got bigger income than them, so we can probably make more. So we're going to have like a numbers versus technological sort of scenario playing out there. Okay, so I'm going to go for these reactors, because I want a better reactor. So I'm going to crash research this. It's going to take 15,000. Let's pay for that. That's going to make it so that we're actually going to get this pretty quick. It's going to come in just over a year, so 1.31 years. I'm going to start the game, and let's go. So I'm just going to speed things up a little bit. You need to see all these ships. These ships are all cargo ships, and they're mostly transporting cargo from these mining stations that we've got at Radamar here. And if you remember, we've got a whole bunch of these wonderful luxury resources, which are now going back to our main planet. There are other planets, I think, available for colonization now. So yeah, we've actually found one here. There's Tanella's one. It's not a very good planet. It's a sandy desert planet, though. That's actually okay. We can also colonize the desert savannah moon here. Ooh. Oh dear. Our agent Goran Gazik has been detected after failing to steal the galaxy map of the Mortellan Supremacy. That's unfortunate, because I thought that was about an 80 or 90% chance. So fortunately they were able to escape, but the exposure of this mission will have diplomatic consequences. This is not good, so we better go and smooth things over with them. Yeah, now our reputation has dropped, because you'll see that their reputation is satisfactory. Ours has gone down because we dropped by 1.8 points because they intercepted espionage. So let's yeah, they're upset at our espionage. So we've dropped down a little bit. They're still happy with us. They're being quite reasonable. Let's send them a small gift. That's quite a big gift. There's not, yeah, maybe I can probably give them something else that's not money. I want to keep these guys sweet, so no, I don't want to give them any of these things. No, I don't want them to know about this Boscara colony, or the Slucan, the Sakuran colony here, because I want those. I could probably give them some tech. Okay, so that's a generous gift. They're going to be happy with that. So that's actually that's going to somewhat, you know, allay their fears about us trying to steal from them. And I need to remember not to do that now. I kind of like, I want to keep these guys on side if I can. I don't want to fight them at the start. Like they'll make they might make an opponent at some point later on, but for the time being, you know, knowing that I've got this part of the galaxy, like basically, yeah, if they start expanding too much, then yeah, I'll have to fight them if I can't get them to join me. Okay, they're offering a galaxy map. Yeah, go on then. Let's do that. That means that they will start learning about this stuff, but they can't. I don't think that they can get this. Ah, now hang on a minute. What's going on here? Okay, no. I think what? Remind myself. Oh, okay, so this is the location. So this is the exploration setting here, the UI setting. So if we click on this, look, yellow means that some locations in the system are unexplored. That's interesting, actually. It looks like we've actually still got some areas where we've not explored. Now, I expect the main reason for that would be there was monsters here. Or, like in this case, we've got an asteroid belt, and the AI, it doesn't. I think they've programmed it so that it doesn't spend all its time just going through every single asteroid. And I like that. Oh, we've lost. Hang on a minute. Our agent Goran Gorzik has been captured while preparing. Hang on a minute. I thought that he. This is confusing. Let me just go to what's happening here. Okay, that's odd. I'm pretty sure that was the same guy that we saw before. Let's just go into the messages. Okay, so he failed. He was exposed, but then it said he was able to escape. And he looked like he went for that mission again. Okay. I'm not sure why that happened. I'm pretty sure that it might have been that because I've got it set to manual. I'm not sure really why that happened. That's something I might have to flag up. That might be a bug, or it might just be me not really understanding how the manual system works with these spies. But that's they're gonna be annoyed with me now because it looks like. I can't quite tell what happened there. Okay, never mind. Okay, so let's have a look what's going on. We've been asked to assign a mission at Moon Calamari 4. This is for a research station for reactor research. Let's just have a look where this is. It's kind of on the edge of our sphere of influence. Moon Calamari 4, sorry. Which one is this? Look, you can look down here at the bottom, and you really want to find it manually. There we go. It's a gas giant. So we've got one location bonus, 20 plus 23% reactor research from unusual neutron radiation. So let's do that. I think let's assign a mission there. We've completed our research of advanced nuclear fission. So I'm just going to get a new research project. And we've got a migration treaty offer with the Mortalin supremacy. I'm going to accept that. We're basically going to be getting Mortalin and anything else that they've got in their territory. So I'm not quite sure what race they've got. I think you can find out here. So if we go to diplomacy, looks like at least like on Shadesta 3, which is where their home planet is, they've only got Mortalin, which is fine. Well, look at those guys. They've got a good growth rate. That's interesting. I wonder if we can see their tax rate. Yes, we can, I think. Revenue and tax income. Oh, wow, 22%. Okay. But they're at 22%, but they've got a decent growth here. I wonder how they're managing that. I don't know if this is a bonus that they're getting. Oh, they've got a whole bunch of colony growth bonuses. Look. Yeah, we just close this so that we can see this a little bit better. So here you can see the Empire bonuses. And let's have a look. Oh no, they've got 0% population growth. Okay. They've got a very high level of development and they enjoy living at our Empire's capital. They've got a high quality environment. It might just be a really high quality planet. Quality 47. I'm interested to see how that actually compares to ours. Let's just go back to our planet. Mortal and Prime. Our quality is 42, so it's a little bit lower, I guess. We've got higher happiness, but our colony growth isn't quite as good as theirs. I'm interested to know why that is. I don't know if that's maybe a natural bonus that the AI gets, but I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, so we've accepted this migration treaty, which gives us territory map sharing as well, and we're going to be sharing. What we need to do is we need to actually get some passenger ships now, so that I can actually fulfill that. It would be good to get people between the two. It feels a bit strange playing as the Mortalin and actually having playing peacefully, but that will change. Okay, what do I want to go for next? We've got crew systems. This is going to be a good thing if we're going to start building ships, because we're going to be limited in the early game to the size of our hulls. So this is going to allow us to get it's got high crew capacity. So the basic crew system is 75, look, and crew systems here is 100, and we get an extra 1% on the maintenance savings too. Now they are somewhat 4.2 steel. Yes, somewhat bigger. They cost more steel and polymer, but I think that might be something that's worth going for. So I'm probably going to go for that. I'm usually in favor of upgrading the things that I've got before I try to push for bigger things. Generally speaking, but not always the case. We can also build a passenger compartment here, so that's something else we want to go for. I'll get that next. In fact, I might swap the. Now let's go for the crew systems first. And the reason why I want to do that is, yeah, I don't want to keep having to upgrade my ships like really like all the time. I don't mind doing that when I'm playing on my own. Like one of the big issues that I had with Distant World. Oh, is this another? No, I think this is just again. It's just telling us green. So it's just saying that there's unexplored stuff here. Okay. Kazlan, yes, assigned mission for Kazlan, and this one is Vakalar Crystal. Again, colony development. We've got loads of luxury resources out here on the outer rim. It's really nice. Our exploration has detected unknown items at Roria 2 in the Roria system. We should explore at higher levels to reveal those items. Okay, no problem. I'm just going to drop the speed ever so slightly. And let's go to exploration. Okay, and... I only want one project at a time. So let's just drop that down. I want to get crew systems first, I think. Let's get crew systems first. I saw people asking why do you have the concurrent research? I think at the moment there's no mechanical reason or mathematical reason for you to choose one over the other. I think it's purely a convenience thing. I'll tell you why I like it, right? And I've thought about this quite a lot. I don't always want to be upgrading ships every 5 minutes because, like I said, it can get annoying. One of the things that really annoyed me about Distant Worlds Universe, and it was one of the big problems that I had with the game, was that I always felt I was constantly in the ship designer screen, and I didn't like to automate it because I didn't like what the designs that the automatic designer created. I kind of felt compelled every time that I got a new technology to go into the ship designer and manually upgrade all the ships, right? This is kind of cool because let's say that you're in a stage of the game like I am now where there's no immediate danger. I don't need to be rushing necessarily. Like Distant Worlds isn't a game where you need to rush across the galaxy grabbing everything as fast as you can. It doesn't work like that. It's not like Master of Orion, where you kind of need to do that in the early game. You can do that, and it is, that is one way to play, but you don't need to do that. You can play tall in Distant Worlds. It's perfectly possible to play tall in Distant Worlds, providing you've got the resources to be able to do it. So what I'm getting at is you don't need to rush through the tech tree necessarily in the early game if you don't want to. I can't talk about the other factions, but but my understanding is, at least from the original game, from Distant Worlds 1, there were factions that were much less war focused than the Mortalen, and often it would pay you very, very well to play less warlike and play very tall and expand your trading around so that you could actually make a hell of a lot of money through trading. And so yeah, you could have, say, 3 techs coming all at the same time, and you're not necessarily desperate for them all to come out at once. And then if you're anything like me and you sometimes leave it and you basically run 3 or 4 months without having anything being researched, then that can be an issue, right? So that's part of the reason why I think it's quite cool, because you can just set like 3 to go, maybe crew systems, bigger fuel size, bigger engine, bigger reactor size, and then just kind of let it go. And then you're getting on with whatever else it is that you're doing, and you don't really need those things immediately, and then you only have 1 upgrade to do. Okay, so that's one reason I can think of for having the concurrency. There might be other people who've got other reasons for that. I think, especially if you're me and you're a little bit feather-brained and sometimes you just forget to do stuff, then it can be quite cool. As I understand it at the moment, there doesn't seem to be any bonuses or penalties applied to having multiple concurrent research like you might get in Remnants of the Precursors. Okay. Another research station. Gosh. So we're going to have lots and lots of research stations. I think we're probably going to start needing some more construction ships now. I'm just going to pause this here for a moment. Okay, we've got Yapar Relief. Wow, do you know what? There's so many of these. Oh, this one cures plague. Now that is cool. No, that definitely wasn't in Distant Worlds 1. At least I don't remember that being in Distant Worlds 1. Something that actually has an effect on certain game events. I like that. That's awesome. Let's have a look at that. Let's go into the Galactopedia. Have we got the resources available yet? Components, resources. Oh yeah, they've put everything in here. This is great. Okay, so the spiral leaf is a low-lying shrub that grows deep in the arid wastelands of desert savanna worlds. I'll let you read the rest of the fluff, but basically, yeah. So it gives you colony development, population growth, and plague curing. Interesting. I like this direction that Distant Worlds is going in. I mean, if we're going to start having, you know, resources that affect game events, that's really adding a layer of interest, I think. Oh, and there's a scenery bonus from a great mangrove swamp at Nobia 2. Let's have a look at this planet. I'm not sure if we can actually research this. We have discovered the Great Fortress, ancient ruins from a lost civilization at the carbonaceous planet Silbu 2 in the Silbu system. From our orbital inspection, we detect that the ruins sit on a stone ledge overlooking a hydrocarbon lake. Should we investigate the ruins? Yes. Let's just go there first. Silbu 2, so where are we in the galaxy? Okay, we're here. Yeah, let's investigate it. In the Great Fortress, we have made a curious discovery. We have found detailed maps of 3 surrounding systems. These ruins provide the following colony bonuses. Okay, and then we've got colony development and scenery. Okay, so we could get... this is like going to be a nice tourism place then. So let's just dismiss that for the time being. I haven't got the ability to build tourism stations yet, but we will be able to soon. Yapara Leaf, yeah, let's assign that mission. Hexadorium. Okay, this is a kind of polymer. Let's dismiss this one. I'm just going to drop the speed down a little bit because these are coming thick and fast now. It wants us to build an escort. I don't want any escorts yet. I'm going to wait until I've got the new crew systems, I think, before I build any more escorts. Because it probably means we'll be able to get more equipment onto them. Alright. Who is this? Who is blue? Ah. These are Actuarians. Now, I don't think we've not discovered these guys ourselves yet. I wonder if we can get their contact information from our neighbours, the Mortal Supremacy. Our reputation's kind of taken a bit of a nosedive after I had those couple of incidents. Let's have a chat with them. Contact with an unknown empire, 88,000. Wow, that's a lot. We've got 134,000 in the bank. That's gone up fast, by the way. We can get our spy back. Yeah, we should probably pay for our spy back. I wonder if we could offer them some tech. It's a lot of money to spend, but I think it's only fair to get him back. Probably don't want to. 400,000 is kind of a lot. Okay, so we're going to offer them 36,000. It says they will likely accept this deal. This doesn't mean they automatically will. Okay, so they've accepted that. So we've got our spy back. So let's quickly just pause the game and just make sure he is set. Yeah, he's on no mission. I want to actually get him. Yeah, this guy's bad luck. He's got a trait now. He's a double agent. Oh gosh. He's not only xenophobic, so we've got a racist spy, but he's also a double agent. This guy's not going to be any good at all. So let's just get him running counterintelligence. He's. I think that's all we're going to get. We could actually dismiss him. Yeah, I don't want a double agent. I don't think. Yeah, he's minus 20 count. He's not even going to be any good at counter espionage. Let's just dismiss him. He's gone. So we just spent a whole bunch of money getting this guy back, only to find that he was a turncoat. I like to think that he was executed for his crimes. Let's go back to talking to the Mortal Supremacy, and let's see if we can get this the contact with the Actuarian, with those Actuarians there. It's a lot of money, though. I think I'll leave it. I think I'm going to leave it after the hit I just took to my own pocket, bailing out a traitor. This game's great. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, so we've got a diplomacy relations button here as well, and you can see how it will tell you what their relationship with you. Like the Securians are starting to like us, this is what Securians do. They're kind of friendly. They're generally quite friendly if you don't bother them. The Mortal plus, look at this, tells you even the treaties that you've got, which is pretty cool. You just click on them here, so that's actually quite a nice little. That's a nice little UI feature. Like, you can actually just go straight into diplomacy just by clicking on on these. See, this is something that I can. This is where I can see that I've missed stuff in the beta that I've not that when I wasn't actually playing it for a while, because they've added some really cool stuff here, like some really nice UI stuff, I think. Okay, let's carry on. Yeah, we're building loads and loads of these transport ships. I just want to make sure that our private economy is not going to bankrupt themselves doing this. No, they've got loads of money. Look, they've got loads of private cash. 376,000 and counting. And our cash flow is actually is kind of improving somewhat as well. Now, the reason for that will be because our population is growing. We got a new spy. Okay, let's have a look at this guy. Character untested. No, look at this. Okay, so he's automatically been trying to steal a territory map. I want to cancel that. Mission type. Let's go to counterintelligence. I just want to put him on counterintelligence for the time being. Which means I want to go into policy settings. I don't know if it's under no, intelligence missions. Here we are. Okay, so this is why that was happening. It wasn't a bug. It was me. I'm dumb, and I left the intelligence missions and character locations being automatically set automatically. So okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. New spies named Balak Junklus has appeared. Right, yeah, we've got him. So I think the next thing I want to think about is trying to kickstart my. I think I might actually just pay for this to be sped up. How much is it going to cost us? To 8,000 credits. I can easily afford that. So let's crash research that and get some of this research going. But I might crash research this one too. I don't think I can. I think you can only crash research one at a time. Okay, let's just exit this and just put the speed up. Got a mining. Oh, okay. I'll be a little bit careful here, because what we've got is we've got this one colony here, and we're really kind of sending stuff out quite far. This is kind of standard. I mean, providing that our ships can actually reach out that far, I don't really mind having mining ship stations out that. No, I don't want any more escorts for the time being. We're paying the pirates. So while I'm paying the pirates, I want to be saving money from spending on escorts. We've got a mining station here, again in Jireth. And again, another mining station at Jireth 2. We've got colony development stuff. We've got we've got 2 luxury resources and carbonite. Okay, I'm going to go back to Mortal and Prime, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get. Let's have a look, see how many construction ships we've got. Yeah, they're all working, so let's get another one. I think we can afford to build some, and I probably want some more exploration ships at this point now. In fact, let's wait, and I might wait and just upgrade the design before I do that. These new crew systems will be quite useful, because I expect that with the added crew, we might be able to drop down the amount of crew systems we've got if we're lucky. Okay, crew systems research completed. Let's go in and on transport systems as well. I'm just going to crash research that one. That's going to be 14,000. So just putting some of this extra cash that we've got to good use. I like to have a large. I really want to be about 10,000 credits in the red. Sorry, in the green, before I start like doing any really heavy spending. And the reason being is because it's nice to have a buffer, because things can start going like your expenses can go very like into the red very quickly. Do I really need escorts? Okay, we have got something here. It might be a space monster carrying this. Let's just see if we saw anything in the logs there. Filter to 12 message types. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, so yeah, I didn't see any attacks. I guess whatever it was, we saw it and just went around it. And just close the message log. The frame per second is really dropped. I'm not quite sure why it's done this. What I might do. Oh, there we go. It's come back again. Yeah, there still seems to be some kind of glitches in this build. Like the FPS is fine generally speaking, but every now and again it just kind of drops. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Okay, let's just dismiss that tourism location for the time being because we haven't got the capability to deal with it. Yep. We've got just under a year till transport systems. I think after this I'm going to think about doing ship design. So now this is going to be an increased size command center. I don't know if I need that yet. Command center seems to be about maintenance savings, if I remember right. Oh, it increases your crew capacity, damage reduction, that kind of thing. Also countermeasures and targeting. I'll leave that for now. I don't think I need that. We will need it eventually when it comes to, because we've got this system where everything is randomized, right? And you might find that this connects to a critical research topic that we can't get yet. Transport systems, basic colonization might be something that we should go for. However, I don't know if I can build a colony ship until I've got, where are we? It might just come with basic colonization. I forget now, in all honesty. Basic colonization would be good because getting more ships out. Getting more colonies out would be helpful. If we go to new colonies, look, there are actually a whole bunch that we can get. Particularly there's one in our own, in our home system. We've got one there at Rororia. That would be good. Although we might be better off leaving that for the other Mortalin. Yeah. I'm going to carry on with my plan to get some more ship designs out, though. I think because what I really need is transports. Because I actually want to start. I want to take these planets here. I'm going to take them by force as well, probably. I think that's the Mortalin way to do things. So yeah, let's just carry on. Let's just speed the time of the game up a little bit. So you can see our private economy is really building a lot of these. This is a miner here. This one's a transporter. I think they're mostly transporters that it's building. Maintenance. Here we go. Yeah, 12 mining ships. They've got 47 freighters, and we've got 24 mining stations now. It's building all these mining stations that's giving us all this money at the moment. Okay, we've got another mining station up here. Escort 2s. No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until we've got transport systems. This one gives us the troop compartment. In fact, transport system's not going to help us with the escort. So let's go in and let's have a look at the escort, what we've got already. 2 ion engines. It's got a particle wave and a wave bomb, which is kind of interesting. That's an area effect weapon. Probably not the best thing to put on this. We've also got target tracking systems that we could put on here instead of a proximity center. Honestly, with escorts, I'm not bothered about target tracking. But I think I would probably switch the particle beam and the wave bomb for something a bit different. These are very early weapons, remember. Okay, so what we'll do is let's go to. What I'll do is I'll build a ship from scratch, and then you can see how it works, right? So if we go to escort, I do use escorts. They are of limited use in the early game, I'd say. They do help you defend against pirates. If you have a lot of them and you can afford to have a lot of them, then you can use them. But I'm not really coming up against much at the moment. So let's manually create new design using this ship hull, and you'll see that we've got all our components here. You can filter your components look by engines, weapons, defenses, general. General is just kind of like everything else. So what we're going to start off with is by putting a basic command center in here. And we've got a list of stuff that we've got to have, right? So if you see, if we hover over here just below the name, you've got a bunch of recommendations and defects. So this tells you you've got to have reactors, fuel storage engines, hyperdrive, and you've got to have weapons. So let's get a reactor in there next. So we're going to put a fission reactor. So this is the new reactor that we've got, and this actually gives us more energy output than the previous one that we had, and it's more fuel efficient as well, which is really important. We want some fuel cells, and we've got the better fuel cells now too. I'm just going to put one of each in for the time being, but we are going to need more probably. We need engines now, so let's go to the engines section, and we're going to put in ion engines. So we've got 2 there, and we want a directional thruster because we want them to be able to turn kind of quick. So let's just have a look at what we've got here so far. Speed's pretty good. 82 cruise speed is pretty good. We've also got an acceleration of 38 per second and 15 degrees per second turn rate. We could probably put more on here, but I want to get some weapons in. So we need crew first though. So let's go back to general, and then we're going to get basic crew systems in. Okay, then we need a hyperdrive, and we're going to put our warp bubble generator in here because these guys need to be able to jump. And then finally we've got to have weapons. So let's go switch to the weapons. And now this is a matter of personal preference in my opinion, at least at the moment. Distant Worlds universe, you could take your research kind of wherever you wanted to go, and pick up the weapons that you wanted and kind of focus on those research trees. I think here for the time being I'm just going to go with the laser cannon because I don't really know what I'm going to be up against. So probably 2 laser cannons. These are Necros stones. One thing that's important, you've got to basically make sure that you've actually got the resources that you need, right? Every one of these components takes a certain kind of resource. So while I'm saying, okay, yeah, I'm going to go for 2 lasers, actually that's going to be using a lot of Necros stones. So I know I've got steel and carbonite, so let's get a long range cannon in there as well. Until we start knowing what we're coming up against, it doesn't really matter a whole lot, I don't think. Like you probably just want something. This has dropped our speed down now because these components actually, they have a weight cost to them too. Now we've got a 180 degree arc on these 2 front facing weapon gimbals. So we've got a laser cannon on one and the long range cannon on the other. For the most part, then these are going to be able to fire pretty much in its front field of arc. So if you feel going like this, it's going to be firing out basically anywhere in front of it. So that's kind of cool. So we have, I'm just going to scroll back up. The maximum hull size we've got is 125. Sorry, the hull size is 125. The maximum size we've got is 263 out of 375, right? So we can actually put some more stuff on here. We're going to want to as well. So I think we're going to go for defenses now. Now we can put a deflection field on, or we can go for standard armor. You might find that this is hard to, it might be difficult to actually get these on here because we might not have so much of the argon and all that kind of stuff. But let's put one of each on anyway and just see how that works. Okay, so it's saying the maneuvering rate is now quite low. So if we go back to engines, yeah, we've still got some space. Let's put a directional thruster on. Okay, so we've got 2 directional thrusters, 2 ion engines. Consider adding energy collectors. Energy collectors are important because what they do is they generate a passive amount of energy from when they're stationary from the local star system. So they're kind of solar panels or some kind of thing like this. So what happens is you don't have to be spending fuel, and they won't run out of fuel when they're just sat there doing nothing. The thing is about these, they don't really want to be sat there doing nothing. They kind of want to be constantly moving about, escorting stuff. That said, the energy collector is kind of cheap. And in Distant Worlds 2, I noticed they only take silicon, whereas before they took other stuff as well. There was something in them that made them so they weren't so easy to get in the early game. Sometimes, depending on what depending on your game start. That's not looking bad. The problem is it's now kind of slow, so we probably want to put one more engine on if I can. Yeah, and we can't. And the reason being is, have we got? Yeah, we've reached the maximum limit of 4 engines for the ship hull. Okay, so this particular hull can only have a maximum of 4 engines on there. Okay. I think probably they're kind of slow. They are kind of slow. I might be tempted to get rid of a directional thruster there actually and put in another ion engine. I think I want them to getting to where they're going. I want them to be able to move kind of quickly. Turn rate is slow though. That said, these things aren't really going to be doing a whole lot of combat. They're really there just to escort stuff. Now, is there anything else that we want here? Probably not. They have got a sensor slot. So let's go to the sensors. We've got countermeasures, proximity sensor array, which is a short-range scanner basically, and then we've got a target computer. I'm going to put the proximity sensor array on these guys. I kind of want to know what's going on more than I care about them actually hitting anything. Okay, we're going to just call this, we'll call this Viper, dead original name. And then we'll go save and exit. Okay, so, oops, hang on a minute. That's my butterfingers. Okay, so this is Viper Mark 1, and what will happen is as we carry on, you know, increasing this, incrementally designing this, it'll start adding, you know, different numbers to the end of it, like a dash and then a number. So at the moment we're just showing the latest buildable designs, right? But you can actually go to all designs or active designs, so designs that are actually in play at the moment. So we've got this Escort 2, we've got a bunch of these, but now we've got the Viper 2 as well. You can sort these by role, so you can say, okay, I want to see all my escorts. Now, when you go to your build queue here, you go to the build order, you'll see that by default it's just going to show you one of your escorts, but you can actually change which one, so you can build a whole bunch of them. Like, you know, if you want Escort 2, you can build those over Viper. So let's get a bunch of these up now, and I'm going to get like 5 up. So that's going to, you'll see that that's going to actually increase our maintenance cost by about 700 credits per month, and the purchase cost is going to be nearly 14,000. But this is going to give us a little bit of, you know, it's going to give our mining ships a little bit more peace of mind. So let's get those guys up. That's going to automatically assign those to the shipyard that is at my colony. Here we go. There we go. So these are going to be built at Mortal Shipyard. Look. So you'll see that it's actually building these escorts here. And you can click on these, and then there you go. You can actually zoom to the ship as it's being built. Okay, so here's an escort. It's just been made. Oh no, this is a cargo transport. My bad. New escort completed. So let's just go to that. Here we go. He's in here somewhere. He's just waiting to dock. Oh, there we are. Right, he's just come out. Look, so you can see him actually exiting the station here. So which one is this? Oh no, that's the original escort. Oh no, there we go. No, this is the Viper. Okay, so we've got the first of our new ships are coming out then. Okay, and let's just check this out. We have discovered the ruined fortress, ancient ruins from a lost civilization at the rocky desert planet Catamaskar 1 in the Catamaskar system. Colonizable planet that shows signs of ancient bombardment. Yes, we definitely want to investigate. Closer investigation has revealed the remains of a fierce ground battle between Mortallans and some unknown insectoid aliens. Ah, okay. I wonder if we're starting to look at we're starting to go into the storyline stuff here. We've also found the damaged planetary bastion facility and received a tech boost for weapons research. Have a look at this then. This is Catamaskar 1. I'm just going to zoom out to see where this is. Okay, that's where we are. So yeah, we definitely want to get this planet. Its quality is only 20, and that's presumably because it's had the you know, it's been bombed back into the Stone Age. But you can see that it's got 2 facilities here. Planetary Bastion, which gives us plus 100 colony defense, and a plus 10 troop recovery rate. And it's also got a ruined fortress, which gives us weapons research. So this is going to be a tasty planet. I think we want to colonize this. Now, here's what I was saying. Look, I actually had nothing selected here. So I'm going to go for, I think I'm going to try to go for basic colonization next. Try and get a colony, some colony ships up. I'm going to crash research this because it's an important tech. We can also, by the way, now that we've got the troop, we've got the passenger ship roll up. So it's going to go to latest buildable designs. Go to add new, and we should be able to build. Ah, hold on. Okay, let's go to civilian ships. Okay, so at the moment it's still only saying we can build a freighter and a mining ship. Now it's funny because I came across this, I think, previously when I was playing it before, and I can't quite remember why it is that it does this. I think there's a tech that I need to unlock. I might have to look at this. I'll probably do this off screen anyway, guys, because I think I'm going to end the episode here because it's been going on for quite a while. Hey folks, a quick addendum. So yeah, it's expanded civilian ships that we want, really, if we want to get the small passenger ship and fuel tankers and the small colony ship. So I'm going to have to go for this next after the colonization tech. In fact, it makes sense to just put these to have these two working concurrently. So I'm gonna pay the cost for this, and then I'm just going to just jump up the maximum concurrent projects. So we're going to get basic colonization module up first, probably because we've crash researched that one, and then as soon as that's finished, we'll crash research the second. Gosh, I can't even speak today. Okay guys, I'll catch you next time. See you later.